Welcome to another episode of Thanalysis show with your one and only Thanasis Antetokounmpo and Tony.
What up, man?
And Tony. This is presented by Carbliss. Fourth quarters, 4 questions, 4 hot questions. But this episode is going to be special. You guys are going to enjoy it. And Tony, who's our show? What's the episode?
I feel like I don't want to be the one to give that away, but let's just say an absolute legend on the playground, then took over the NBA, and now he might be the most famous man in China.
Yes, he is. He is. Catch it on next. And then go.
All right, question 1 here in the 4 quarters because of our guest today. Are we revealing that to people, or are we good?
Yeah, we can reveal it. Because of our guest today, Stephon Marbury. Amazing. Had a great interview with him. Please watch it. You guys are going to love it.
That interview is coming up right after 4 quarters, as TA said, presented by Carbliss. Question 1, when you think of playground legends, just whether it's the Rucker, or, wherever you're thinking playground legends, in honor of Stephon Marbury being one from Coney Island, who do you instantly think of when you think playground legends?
I think obviously Stephon Marbury, of course. He's done everything, and the way he lead the culture and level of it. But then when I think about playground, I think about N1. I don't even remember N1 mixtapes, like Hot Sauce.
You might steal the guy I'm thinking
Collector, Sham God, my dog.
The one I thought of right off the bat is the one who he played for the Bucks for a minute too. Rafer Alston. Do you know what his N1 name was?
No.
Skip to my Lou.
Skip to my Lou.
Skip to my Lou was a dog in the NBA, but he kept getting called for travels.
But this is those are the guys who brought the game to us. Not everybody's a professional basketball player, but everybody likes to play in the playground, and everybody likes to play ones and
But N1, so we're the same age. So N1, that's the era, right?
Yeah, that's the era.
Have you seen? Remember the professor?
Yes.
Have you seen him on TikTok?
Yes, he's just going.
If we ever got him on the pod, I would freak
Professor,
out.
clip this. We need you on this podcast, Thanalysis show. We'd love to have you. And I see when he wears the suits, and he's like,
well, yeah, when he dresses up like a librarian, and he goes out.
He probably goes to Venice Beach and stuff like that.
I think that's where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what is that called? What is the Venice Beach called? What is?
I think it's just Venice. There's just courts on Venice Beach.
Okay,
yeah, that's what I just know him as Venice Beach.
Okay.
But man, N1, those mixtapes, those are legit. All right, moving on. Question 2, presented by Carbliss here in the 4 quarters. We're sticking with a New York theme for this question.
Yeah, go.
Would you rather have a New York style pizza or a New York strip steak? There's a reason I asked this.
New York strip steak.
That's what you're going with?
Yeah, I can't go with pizza because I think that in the States, I think New York has great pizza, Chicago has great pizza in the States, but in Greece, it's off the charts, bro. It's it's off the charts. So I would go with steak.
Okay, I would go with the pizza. I love pizza, and when we were in New York, I stopped at a couple of pizza spots on every walk that I was on.
Did,
why not? They're just sitting there in the window. It looks delicious. I'm gonna stop and get some. But I feel like if I had to pick, because I would just get a different cut of steak instead of New York strip. If I had to life or death, you have to have this pizza.
Yes.
Or I would just get a different cut of steak and still get the pizza.
Still get the pizza. Huh?
Yeah, that's how I roll with there.
Oh my God, I feel like you love food, right?
I love food. Love food.
I can tell.
All different types of food.
I can tell because you keep saying every city. Not every city. Okay, New York. Did you eat in Paris? You did say you went to Paris and you ate.
Bro, I ate everything in Paris.
Yeah, so you do love food.
I still think about that baguette with the butter.
So the baguette.
It's butter. Hard though to be. I just food.
What is that called? Boulangerie. That's the bakery, boulangerie or the.
There was one next door to the studio we were working at, and I stopped it. I think they knew me by name after the end of that trip.
Oh, Monsieur Tony. Oh, usual.
Do you know what
the usual?
What I need to try, and we should do it on this podcast, is when you and Enrique Ngumbawale did your episode, you were talking about Nigerian food.
Yeah.
What's the soup?
Obono soup. That sounds me. Or a goosey soup.
A goosey soup. That's what she was talking about. She says he has it the day before every game.
She said it's
addictive. I need to try it, but I want to do it on the show.
On the show?
Why not?
You could try it. Okay, we'll do it on the show.
We'll do just some with it.
There's some food in Milwaukee. I think we could try when we're in LA. We could try when Houston.
That's where she's in Dallas, so I feel like it's...
Yeah, we go to Dallas. Yeah, we can try.
Okay. Yeah.
Might get Tony on the road with me this year. Let's see.
We're going to make some big things happen. No, I will try food because food is just different cultures, bring people together. I'll sit down for a meal with anybody at any given time. All right, question 3 here on the 4 quarters. Season 3, episode 1, Stephon Marbury coming up, presented by Carbliss. What's the last movie you watched? I got asked this the other day, and I couldn't remember.
Last movie?
Yeah. Like start to finish, you watched a full movie.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Is it good?
What? I don't want to do no spoilers. I don't know if it's been out, but it's immaculate. It's like if you're a Marvel fan, you're gonna scream like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and if you're a comic book, if you've read the comic books and the characters, because you see stuff that is coming into life that hasn't been played before, that you've been waiting for over a decade to see.
I watched on a plane. I watched Deadpool 1.
Okay.
It was just available on the plane. I love those movies.
Yeah, he's amazing, man. This guy around the world is so special, and Hugh Jackman now that it's like
they're all so talented.
Those two, it's amazing.
This one might end up being a movie thing. So one of the things I do for these questions, I'll ask people in our office, hey, you can ask TA a question tonight. What would you ask them?
Okay.
So I got this one, and it was, what's one thing you would like geek out about or nerd out about that people wouldn't expect? So like for me, while you think of that one, for me, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Me too, but like I think people know that about me. Maybe they don't actually.
I've never heard you say that on
really?
the pod. I've heard you say it not on the pod though.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Like you gotta understand, like that's the first place I go when I go to like Universal. Like that's.
See, I haven't been. I need to go.
So
I want
first
to
of
go
all,
so bad.
it's okay. I want to say like there's no way you're a big Harry Potter fan and you haven't saved up money to go there.
Are you calling out So you're calling out my fanhood?
Yes, I am 100%. What house are you? Do not tell me I don't know, because if you tell me I don't know, then I don't believe you at all.
No, for real. I feel, and this might sound bad, I feel like I would have ended up in Slytherin.
Look at your face.
I'm saying, I like the Gryffindor people, very nice, but like I feel like the sorting hat would have sat on my head and be like, you got a dark side. You're going to Slytherin. Okay.
You look more like, what was the school that Victor went?
Oh, that was Victor? The whole other school.
Yeah, you look like I can see I can see you marching with them.
Oh, I for sure would have did the Goblet of Fire. I the Tri-Wizard turn. I would have did that. Oh yeah.
You should. Okay, so you know what you got to do. You got to go to Universal Studios. You got to go to London and see so that's not really an attraction, but it's like the whole house and the experience. You can see the train and blah, blah, all these other things. But then what you need to do, it's going to HBO Max. I think they have it. And it's like the whole competition, which like it's like normal people, like fans, really going back and forth. Who knows better?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I get killed in that. There's people who like read those books every single day.
Yeah.
Like,
and have you read the books? Or?
Oh yeah.
So if you're a Harry Potter fan, have you watched the spin-offs? Do you watch any?
Like the crimes, that series?
Yeah,
I watch those. I like them. I don't rewatch them a ton if they're on.
Okay. So let's go a step further. Are you gonna watch the new Harry Potter, the HBO? There's a new Harry Potter coming out, the series, and then casting it right now for new
It's like a TV series.
Yeah.
Based on,
yeah, which is even better.
I'm curious if I like that or not.
Yeah, because you're gonna. Okay, I understand, but you're a fan from the movies, no?
No, I read the books.
You read the books. So if you read the books,
I read both.
You're a fan of the whole.
How did this segment turn into you calling my fanhood?
It turns because what we're asking it's
Do you know what? Here's what we're gonna do.
You told me if I would geek out, and you go like, yeah, but I've never been to Universal Studios.
I just haven't been to Universal Studios. I read the books. Here's the thing: we're gonna take Thanalysis on the road.
Yeah,
we're gonna go.
Please, we're gonna post a social when me and Tony go to Universal Studios, and I show him. We go on the rides. I show him everything. And
what house would you be in? Where are they gonna put you? You're like the nice. You're so damn nice.
Yeah, I'm nice. I'm there. I'll probably Ravenclaw, something like that. I'm not the Griffith, I kind of feel like Griffith was just walk into danger. That ain't me. That is not my.
They tried to get in trouble.
Yeah, they just tried to get in trouble, which obviously they just make it. Oh, Harry is the guy, and okay, everything ends well. But if it wasn't for Harry, anybody else in that school that does that doesn't end well. I don't know if you've noticed, everybody else doesn't do well. Like, and so obviously, I would be another school, but another pack. But what I think always, Harry Potter, I think like it's insane how much he takes upon him. I don't know how this podcast turned into.
It's fine.
Yeah, but how much of responsibility? Because if you think about it, like he's telling you, Dumbledore, it's me and it's all about me. It's all about me. But it's in general, it's not about him, but he's just a kid who lived. So now he thinks everything is about him and everything, and he's pushing away his friends towards the end. If you see like towards that movie, he's pushing away his friends, doing all these things. And I think in real life that it should be actually the opposite. You know, you don't have to, in times of like hardship, you have to go through this alone. You know, and a lot of people do that. I don't know if you noticed, like a lot of people when they get in their bubble, they disappear from social media. They go like go zero dark, which I get that if you want to lock in, but don't be alone. I'm saying, like,
have a small circle.
Find your tribe.
But think of it like a sport, right?
Yeah.
A team is struggling. First person they're going to ask after the game is the star player.
Yeah.
Football, it's like let's just say the Packers, whatever. Let's use that as an example. They struggle. It's on Jordan Love.
Yes.
And he takes that on himself. And I feel like that's just kind of what happens in the.
Yeah. That which is okay. That sounds a sign of a leadership. I'm just saying deeper.
For sure.
Like, you know, don't let that consume you and be like, oh, it's all about me and I'm gonna go through this road alone. Obviously, everybody has to go alone at some point, but don't make this a habit. Don't make this the final road for you. Like, you have people who care for you.
Little did you know in the 4-quarter segment today you were going to get a Harry Potter lesson and free therapy.
Free therapy. No, it's not therapy. It's
it was good advice. It's legitimately good advice.
No, but I see it all the time. I see it from my friends. I'm like, hey man, you know, I really didn't reach out to you, and I'm guilty of it. Like, but I'm guilty of it because I'm working too. I'm doing all these things, but I'm like, yeah, because I'm just locked in and I'm zeroed in. I'm like, cool. Well, if you need anything, I'm here for you. You know, I just don't want a lot of people. You know, I see a lot of this kind of air quote again. This motivation stuff on online saying, oh, you know, like it's you and you're going to be by yourself. And you got like, oh, bro, of course, everybody knows this. I can't do it for you, but I can be here for you if you need me.
I can 100% vouch for you when things go on in other people's lives, you reaching out to people and being you need me, what's up?
Always.
You've done it to me.
Always,
so.
Yeah. That's how I am. That's how it would be. So, yeah.
Stephon Marbury.
Stephon Marbury, tune in. You're going to love it. And trust me, this is going to be fun. Welcome to another episode of Thanalysis Show. Man, it's been amazing. You guys have been great. Downloading every episode, audio, visuals, YouTube. Bro, we've been crashing it. You guys have been amazing. Let's run it up. Today I have a special guest, but this man is, you don't understand, man, from New York. Was drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks, by the way, but he's a New York legend.
Oh.
Once a Nick, always a Nick.
Go it.
Stephon Marbury.
Thanks for having me, my brother.
My dog. First of all, let's get this out the way. The beef I have is that you don't like Greece? You didn't like your time in Greece?
You know what? It wasn't that I didn't like my time in Greece. We was stuck on a boat. We was on the Queen Mary. We lived on the Queen Mary too. So they wouldn't allow us to go anywhere else. So we didn't get a chance to see Greece. We only basically went to the game. Because you remember, during that time, it was a war going on. So that's why we had to live on a boat, opposed to living in a hotel or someplace. During that time, it was crazy in 2004. So I didn't get a chance to really experience Greece like how other people experienced it. So I was like, and then we lost. So that made it even worse. So you already know we lost. I was like, but I know Greece is dope though. The Black Sea, I know it's dope.
When you gonna come back, man?
I'm coming back. Huh? When I hit you, I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm on my way. I'll be there in a week. You're gonna be like, I bet. I'm gonna ask you, what's your schedule? What's your schedule?
I got you everything. I got you itinerary, everything.
Done. I'm hitting
everything.
Well.
So, okay. I said this. I was like, okay, after this, I wanna
I want to tell you some words in Greek. You tell me what you think they mean.
Okay.
Right?
Go ahead.
Okay. Agapi.
Happy.
Yeah.
Opa! That's all I know. Say it again.
Agapi.
Happy.
Agapi, yeah.
Hello?
No, it means love.
Love.
Yes,
Agape.
Agapi, yeah.
Oh,
Agapi means love.
I think I heard that before. Agape.
Okay, let me give you another one. Let me give you another one to see if you.
Agape. All right,
Okay.
that's love.
Meli.
Melly. My love. I don't know.
Honey, it means honey.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm hot. I'm hot. My love. Okay.
Okay, but you speak fluent in Chinese.
No, I'm not fluent in Chinese.
You
I
not?
wish. Ni hao, washi ma bu li. That's it.
That's
I know a little bit. I could order food. I could say some stuff. I mean, not fluent.
how long have you been living in?
I've been in China almost 15 years.
15 years.
I'm spoiled. I got a translator for the game, translator for work, translator for everything. So I got lazy, and I was learning at one point, and then I had got hurt, and then I went back to America for a month, and then I went back, and then I gave up. This was at the beginning of my career there. I wish I would have learned more. It sucks because Chinese is super hard, but when you know, you know.
No, when
Yeah.
you know, you know.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I was like, I'm not gonna talk about basketball. I want to talk about culture and life.
Yeah,
but
for
like,
sure.
You know, okay, we're in Paris, right? Paris is like the fashion capital. It's the trendsetters. And I don't realize if people like actually look at the history books, you've been one of them. We talk about the glasses before, like I remember, and you can verify or you can be like, whatever. But I think like I remember when you first went to China and you had your shoe, right? And everybody was like, yeah, what? Okay, $9, this, that, and now everybody doing it, right?
It's a part
Am
of
I
culture.
tripping?
Nah, you're not tripping at all. I introduced. Shaq was doing it at Walmart. I just introduced it at a lower number at $14.98. We did have shoes for $10 as well. I'm still doing that, but now I know how to do it. They call it a vertical platform. Whereas I don't need anybody from logistics. I don't need anyone to do anything for me. So now I know how to do it from that aspect on the business side. But when I came out with my shoes, my shoes I'm from the hood too. You said you from the African hood. I'm from the Coney Island hood, right? I'm from Brooklyn, Coney Island. I grew up in poverty, but I never thought that. My mom, 7 kids. I grew up 4 brothers, 5 boys in the family, 2 girls. So all my brothers, my oldest brother went to Georgia. He played with Dominique Wilkins. Another brother played at Texas A&M.
So you come from a big basketball family.
Yeah,
Dude. Yeah.
a real big basketball family. And my another brother was All-American. He played at St. Francis in New York. I went to Georgia Tech, and then I had a little brother that played at Rhode Island University. So all of us coming from where we come from and us being able to go to college, brothers got degrees, masters, teach the next generation of kids, for us to be able to have done that and to do all of that and to be able to provide and create access for kids to be able to have something at an affordable price. Families, moms, like the mothers was going crazy about what we were doing because it was not just shoes, it was clothes as well. So all of this style stuff that you see, that's what's being made, produced for them to be able to purchase.
Man, I feel like you was doing stuff before everybody else. I'll give you an example, right? You see streaming, like everybody be streaming.
Oh, you
Am
know
I
about
tripping?
that now. Nah, you're not.
I'm just saying, like you like had your own lane.
I'm doing B, what? Nah, for me, it was more of like I knew that I knew that people weren't doing the things that I was doing, so that's when it was fun. I was able to be creative in the things that I was doing while I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, live streaming, when I see kids streaming now, making all of the money that they're making and doing the stuff that they're doing, I was like, that was part of my blueprint. And now I'm basically, I have a MCN company where, we manage and we help people to do their social media, to make money on social media, doing live streaming. In China, you heard about when James Harden, when he sold like 6,000 bottles with the wine.
Okay,
yeah. Okay, so I do that. I'm behind the scene helping people do that type of stuff. And sometimes I do it too.
Yeah, we got to work there.
Easy.
We got to work there.
Yeah, and then now after I set all that up, now I go in front of the camera again. So now I do selling. So like if I have a pair of Jordans, I'm like, yeah, I got these Jordans. So the best part about live streaming is like when you do it, I'll have like if there's Jordans inside the store that cost $1,000, I could get them to give it to me for like $850.
Okay.
And I'll say the only way you could get these Jordans at this price is you buy it here in this room. So then everybody's online, then they click and they purchase.
Oh.
So that's how they do that in China. But it's getting ready to get created in America as well on TikTok. So TikTok is owned by a platform called ByteDance.
Yes.
And the TikTok in China is called Douyin. That's what it's called.
I do remember because I remember when we were in China with Nike, they were telling us, oh, you guys are trending in.
I know.
Like we were trending in
trending. I seen it. So when they make it, basically, so you trending, you hot. So you basically will have like, you guys probably had like, every time something was posted, you probably had like either between 100 to like 400 million people watching you.
Well, that was crazy. I was like, how are they watching it at the same time? And Nike had like kind of this whole, I don't know.
So Nike went through, they spoke to ByteDance. So I have a relationship with them as well. So they speak to them, and then they speak to the platform, and then they let the platform know from the sports department. They let them know, oh, Giannis is coming. When Giannis and his brother come. Yeah. When they come, make sure that you do this, and then they have all slots already waiting for him to basically push and promote him. So then he get bigger in China.
No, what's crazy to me is like the mindset you've had, right? Because you might say like, okay, now I know how to do this, but you've always had a mindset of like the diversify and the invest and like I used to do this when I was younger, like, you know, find a way. Now you like, okay, you got some funds, you got some resources, you got the connection, networking, so investing. But now coming back to basketball, like, what about like NBA ownership? Like, would you?
Yeah, I love the opportunity. I'm in position now more so ever to buy an NBA team with people that I work with. Not me particularly by myself. I'm not. I don't think. You do it. You do it with a group.
With your group. That's how it goes. Nobody.
You do it with a group.
It's rarely you see somebody. Even the people who are really sole owners, that be what 60, 50, 55.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Everybody's minority.
That's a dream to be able to own an NBA team and go. You know, I was talking to my son about that. I was like, oh, if I own the team, you just play. Don't worry about it. You don't worry about it if you're good or not. You just play. You just play. You get good.
Yeah. I like that.
He was laughing. He was like, "Oh, I like that idea too." Dad I was like, "Yeah, everybody likes that idea."
NBA team, but okay. Now going to basketball, where you played, I feel like I was drafted by the Knicks, 2014, and I remember I had a teammate, Andre Barrett. I don't really know Andre Barrett. Hey. So I was like, dang. What's up with the every guard from New York knows how to dribble and literally like, is it true? Am I tripping or is it like?
That's what we do. We can't shoot, but we can dribble.
Yeah, just
that's what. Look, one of the knocks on New York City guards was we can dribble the basketball, get to the basket, but we can't shoot. So when I came out, my brothers made sure that I was able to shoot. But handling the basketball, you know, that's our thing. From Rayford Alston, Shamgar Wells, Kareem Reed. You think of it, you know, we got some of the best ball handlers on earth. And I mean, Shamgar is probably like everybody. I seen your Sham too. Oh. I seen that. I seen that. That was.
I'm trying to get him on the pod too.
That was shifty. You had everybody like, oh.
I had to. They were talking shit on social media. I was like, nah. If I get 2 minutes, I'm on. I'm on it.
Yeah, you gave it some.
I'm trying to get off
early.
But okay.
Early.
Talk about basketball, like. You see what Allen Iverson said on Shaq's podcast? He said, the one man I fear is Stephon Marbury, man.
Chuck. Allen is the best pound for pound, 6 foot and under. I don't care what guy who ever played basketball. He's by far the best. He is incredible. Allen is skinny, he's small, and he's like wiry strong. You know, Allen played football, right?
Yeah.
He was nice in football, so he was used to getting contact and getting hit. But when we played against him, I'm like, the only way that I could basically slow him down is I gotta beat him up. I gotta foul him hard. I gotta hit him hard. But it didn't work. He still get 50.
It's Allen Iverson.
Yeah, it's Allen Iverson.
But just him saying that, you know, and I heard obviously you're a Hall of Famer. Like, I don't care. Nobody says I don't care. I don't care about none of that. You're a Hall of Famer. And about Isaiah as well, when he said like you're a Hall of Famer, but like getting respect from the top of the top. You know, top of the top, saying like, "Yo, the only man I feared." Like that's not something easy somebody to say.
Yeah, because he went up against everybody. You know, Jordan, Kobe, it's a lot of players, but him and I, our battles were from it go all the way back to college. Because we got a classic game, Georgia Tech versus Georgetown.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. What?
It's classic. All you gotta do is type it in. You type it, it's gonna come right up. Stephon Marbury and Allen Iverson. Boom, it's gonna come up. It's a classic.
What happened in the game?
They won. They beat us, but we was going back and forth. We was going at it. I would throw a dime. He'd score. I get a steal. He'd get a steal. He get a dunk. I get a wraparound pass. So I threw some crazy pass. And it was in Madison Square Garden. So all it was is ooh. That's all you heard. The Garden was going
that's New York.
ooh.
Oh my God.
That's all it was.
I wish I was at that game. Then I heard when you said something about the not only, you know, what you play, but like about the Olympics and how like that actually changed the course of like Team USA or like basketball. And you know that being Greece, you know, we have a big tradition about basketball in Greece. You know, like from we have like
Dominique Wilkins played there.
Yeah, and Dominique is like, you don't understand. He comes to Greece, yeah. And I was like, man, how much is like international game has changed, right? With big fellas dribbling now, like Euroing.
Completely different game. I mean, when you look at your brother, your brother actually kind of like created his own lane in the NBA by doing what he does at that size and that to be able to utilize his length, his how big his hands are, to be able to grow the way how he's grown from his body, how his body improved,
yes.
His strength. Obviously, he figured, you know, being the strongest is actually the best.
Yes.
Right.
That's good. I like that.
Part, you figured that part out. It's way easier when you got all of the power. Then you can add all of the other things.
Yeah, then you figure it out just a little bit from
right.
us, and then you know, get to the rim. It's harder to be skilled that you can't get there. You try to.
You don't got that power to get there. You got all of the skills. It's pointless. You gotta go play with somebody else.
Okay. Does that development comes outside of the team or inside the team? Like I remember a lot of guys will be in parks playing, even being professional in parks playing.
Yeah,
right.
That's what we do. I play Rucker Park. Now they play like Dykeman, Kingdom, in New York.
Kobe played too. Yeah,
Kobe played in the Rucker. You gotta play it. If everybody that's nice, they all go play in the Rucker. Everybody.
Gotta get him to. You still have games? They still be doing.
Yeah, he want to go. Let me bring him there. That would be sick. They'd be like, "Who are you gonna play with?" I'm like, where the money at? Nah, but that'd be great if he went there to play there. I mean, you look. You want to improve your game. You want to get your game where it's tight. Just play all summer. Play pickup. Play summer league basketball. That's what I did. I mean, all the time. Just it keep you in shape. You get to work on the things that you work on individuals. During the season, you don't get better during the season. That's not the time to get better. That's the time for you to display.
Yes. What you've done during
all the off season, all your off season work. But you stay sharp during the season by working out, doing individual stuff with whoever the assistant coach or your trainer. You stay sharp during the season, but off season is everything: hoop, lift, run, track, water, swim,
That's the old school. That's the old school.
hiking, everything.
That's the old school, like
It's
just
there. It's
hoop.
Hoop, just hoop. I mean, you do all of that stuff, but you hoop.
Yes.
You play. You know what I'm saying?
You had the.
Play.
I was just thinking about this, like, how much you think? I mean, obviously, with the NBA, like, what made it? How did you decide? Like, nah, I'm going to China. Like, that's
Wow. Okay, so during that time, you know, my brand. Okay, I'll go like this. I was dealing with a lot. I was super depressed. I was playing at the Garden. My dad was rushed to the hospital, and my dad passed away while I was on the court. And then my dad died. Then my coach died like a week later. My aunt died, and then my mom checked in the hospital on her deathbed. So it was like a lot. And then I wasn't my situation with the Knicks. It was like going bad, and my brand Starbury, I was being attacked because I was basically, you know, I was cornering the market in some ways with selling shoes at $14.98, opening up the mold about the shoes not costing that much to make, and people selling the shoes for X amount of dollars. So I think, you know, my brand was failing. So I was just like super depressed. I was like I was in a state of wanting to kill myself, feeling like I wanted to kill myself, not wanting to be here because of dealing with the stress and pressure of losing people that I love. You know what I'm saying? So through God, through the faith of God, like I was able to weather the storm. I was able to hunker down. Old school guy who did all 5 of my ankle surgeries, Dr. William Hamilton. He passed away about 2-3 years ago. He said, Stephon, I know you're dealing with a lot, but all you got to do, son, you just got to hunker down and just let the storm pass over. It's going to pass because you're a good kid. I was like, thanks, Dr. Hamilton. And that's what I did. Yeah, he was. And I needed that during that time when he said that. And then I started my you know, I got back on my journey, and then I bounced. I said, I'm going to go try China. My friend was like, what you think about China? I was like, China? I was like, that's far. It was like, they got 300 million people that play basketball there. I was like, what? It's like, you probably could sell your shoes there. So that's basically, that triggered my brain.
Yeah.
So it took me like a month. I was like, all right, I'm going to go try. Spoke to my family, spoke to my mom, and she said, China, that's far, but God is everywhere, so you good, you covered. And you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Sorry, but God is everywhere.
Yeah, he everywhere. So you good. So I was like, all right, I bounce. I get there, like 5,000 people at the airport. And I ain't never leave after that. Since 2009, 2010.
Yeah. You had man, just, you know, I think like you just watch your game and everybody knew who your brand and what it is, be a hooper, like. Did you ever thought about like, this game too much, or this is like I know
about the game?
Yeah, like it's getting out of hand. Do you think you always think like you always thought like, I'm gonna be this is who I'm gonna be, Stephon Marbury my whole life. Like everybody gonna know me, everybody gonna.
For me, when I came out, because it's a little bit different because I come from a basketball family, right? Okay. So I was the number one player from the 5th grade all the way until I went to college.
You've been the guy.
Yeah, so I was I was highly recruited, but when I was younger, because I had brothers that were like All-American in America, people already knew me. They was like, oh, your little brother's nice. So when my brother go to All-American camp, like Nike All-American camp, all of the nice players that, you know, Kenny Andersons. And
you would have had crazy NILs.
They were sending private planes to pick me up to come to their school.
Really?
That time. So that was legal for them to do that.
Okay.
It was legal for them to do that, but all of the other stuff, they couldn't do nothing.
I fucking love it. But okay, so like I feel like everybody has their own like demeanor in the whole lane, but you were like everything, bro. Like from end one, street ball, this, that, like just everything. You was like, I can't let this guy. This guy will come and hoop in my backyard, but he playing professional. I'm seeing him again. It's like, I don't know. I guess this guy, that guy. I'm like, bro, like
for real,
everything. And did you? Was it just okay? It's normal for me. I'm just have fun, or was it like strategically? Like, no, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Like
my only. Okay, I'll put it like this. I played basketball. I played basketball to make it to the NBA to just get my mother out of the hood.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I love playing basketball. I played because of my brothers. My brothers played, so I played, right? And they taught me, so it was easy. Like, I was better than all of the other kids because of the stuff that I was doing inside of my house, push-ups, sit-ups, doing all calisthenic stuff with my brothers, and then going on the court and playing. So for me, I said, I don't want my mom to live like this, so I'm going to utilize what it is that I know how to do really good, and I'm going to be the one to go to the NBA out of my family. And I'm going to be the one that's going to buy my mother a house and take care of all my brothers and sisters, and that's what I did.
That's exactly you describing a family right there. That's the family right there.
Yeah.
Okay, a hooper now, right? I'm gonna give you, because we also talk about hoops, but I'm gonna give you like some statements, and you tell me what you think about this statement, right?
Okay.
First statement is, man, give me the ball.
Kobe?
That's what comes to your head.
Kobe. Kobe. Give me the ball.
Give me the ball. Huh?
Give me the ball.
What does that mean though? Like,
give me the ball. I'm about to score.
Okay. So is that last minute? Is that the last?
It don't matter
statement?
when. It don't matter when. Just give me the ball. I'm gonna score right here. Or I'm gonna get fouled. I'm going to the free throw line. I'm gonna score that way. Either I'm gonna score a bucket. I'm going to the free throw line, or I'm getting a great shot, or I'm creating a shot for somebody.
Somebody.
Something.
So okay. So let me then take it further. Let me take the question a little bit more detailed. So last minute, let's say I give you like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. What's your move? I pass to you. You like, all right, I'm finna get a bucket right now.
It depends on how you playing me.
I know you be shooting all.
If you back, I'm shooting. I'm not wasting energy on trying to attack you if you're back.
I'm on defense. I know you're a good shooter, and I got one hand down, one hand up. I don't want you to cross.
What foot is up?
Left.
I'm going left. I'm going over your left foot.
So you cross?
I'm gonna make that foot drop.
So you're going, okay, so you're making a head. So what?
No hesitation.
No.
You got your left foot up, I'm gonna attack your left foot. If you got your right foot up, I'm gonna attack your right foot. If your feet are straight, I'm gonna go straight at you, and then I'm gonna make you make a decision. I'm gonna go left or right. If you back up, I'm gonna shoot a jump shot. That's it.
Have you ever, okay, I like that. Have you ever had a moment like that? Have you ever had the moment that like, give me the ball?
Always. At the end of the game, always. Or sometimes during the game, you make a couple of shots, and you weren't making any shots, and then that's when another time when I say, give me the ball. Like I just scored two in a row. I'm screaming for it.
Yeah, give me the ball. I'm hot right now. Let me get busy.
Let me do me.
The next thing was like, let me get busy.
Let me work. Let me work. I got this. Let me work.
I feel like nowadays, like a lot of young guys, right, and not. Because I feel like the last generation was saying the same thing about us, and the generation before you were saying the same about you.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like it's a lot of confidence, but that comes with work, right?
That's all it is.
It comes with work, right?
It's work. It's just work. It's just Werk, baby. It's just Werk. As my trainer from Germany says, it's just Werk. It's Werk. Werk, baby. That's all.
Yeah. Do you? Because I feel like there is a thin line between like being confident and being like, you know what I'm saying?
No. It's not like, oh, I'm better. It's none of that. It's more like, this is what I do. I do this. I practice this. Because, my sister taught me from a young age, practice makes permanent. It doesn't make perfect, right?
Yes.
So when you practice, you're practicing so that you can be consistent. So if you shoot the basketball, consistent is 7 out of. If you can make 10 out of 10, great. But if you can hit 7, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 10 consistently, you at 60%, 70%, 80% of the time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can practice that regimen and stay in that realm, 2, 3 out of 10, that's not it, right? So you work to get to that point where you're practicing and you're building you do it over and over, right?
Yeah,
The repetition, you do it over and over, right? But when you do it, you want to do it the same way every single time, same speed.
That's the mastery of
That's how you master it. That's how you get there. Because then when you do it in a game, you don't even think about it. You just it's natural. And then sometimes it's faster because your speed and your momentum and the endorphins, all of that added. Like your brother, he take one dribble and then two dribble and then he go dunk.
Boom.
That's all momentum. That's all everything.
And adrenaline until you're playing in front of the crowd.
Exactly. You do things that,
that
they say it's not humanly possible.
Do you, like, I know, like, a lot of players who are playing today look up to you, like, man, this guy was cold. Like who's your, like, top five, like, top five, like, ballers from New York, or, like, top five
ballers from New York?
Yeah, you like, okay.
Oh, I would say this. Rod Strickland, you know Rod Strickland?
Yes.
Rod Strickland was my hardest person to guard. He was the hardest person that I had to guard. Allen, of course. Allen is basically like try to keep him between 50 and 30, right?
50 and 30.
Because he's going to shoot the basketball 30 times a night.
Yeah.
So if he's going to shoot 30 times, he's got to get at least 30. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's just what it is. It's not like he's shooting like 10, 12 shots, getting 30, 50 points. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Like 12 for 22, 12 for 24.
Yeah.
When you shoot 30 for, it don't even sound right? 30 first and then that number after, you know what I'm saying? Rod Strickland was the hardest person for me to guard. Kobe was hard. Of course, Jordan was hard to guard. And this other guy, you probably don't know him. You probably do. His name is Terrell Brandon. Terrell Brandon. He was nice, super nice. Like, he ran off a lot of down screens, picks. He used to play for this guy named Mike Fratello. And Mike Fratello was known for, like loop actions, picks, pin downs, quick pin downs for guards. Just imagine chasing Reggie Miller.
Yeah, that's the old school, that floppy.
Yeah,
that was the
or floppy, that.
I can't. When I got drafted in the cusp of the, like,
Zoom,
2014.
You was in the Zoom and all that.
Floppy, coming off. I got to pass to the post. Then we play. Now
it's all the same stuff. It all end up at the same place in your brother hands, basically, or Dame hands. It's gonna end up at the end. It's like you run. You do all of that the first 3 quarters, and then the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, that's where they got to show up.
That's when the game you give that. This is why you got all the money, homie. Don't be looking at me.
Exactly.
Do what you do.
I gotta be there to cover for you. But, like, what is? And I know I said I was gonna talk about basketball, but, like,
whatever you want.
But, like, no. But what's next for you? What is next for you?
What I'm doing now?
Yeah.
I'm the ambassador for Intercontinental Cup that's going to be held in Singapore. I work with NBA Asia, so all of the activation things that they have, like with either new partnerships with new companies, like I'll be the person that go there to represent it for them. So I face that stuff for them and working with all of the brands. So I build those relationships.
You travel a lot then. You travel.
Yeah, I travel a lot.
Man, I got to get you to Greece.
Okay, for sure. I flew from China to France, then France to New York, New York to France, and then I'm going to go France, China, San Francisco, New York, Singapore, back to New York. That's what I'm getting.
But you love it, though. I mean,
of course. I mean, yeah, I do love it, but my girl don't love it. She hate it. She hate it, but she be like, I'm like, you could come. She's like, nah, I'm good. Go ahead. I'm not taking a 13, 14-hour flight.
So okay, let me ask you now. How, like, I mean, obviously when you play too, like, how important it is, like, the outside, like, okay, having a family, having a girlfriend, and the basketball.
It's hard. It's challenging.
Balance everything, and
it's hard.
You gonna consider the city.
There's no balance. It's basically deal with and live your life and enjoy it. You enjoy the fruits of how hard you work, and your brother, wife, or your wife. Yeah. They love their life. They love their life, and when they start complaining. You hear my man say, no more. I'm not no more. Okay, I'm not going to say no more. Okay, you know what it is.
It is. It's tough. But I don't think they understand how tough it is.
They know, but you want to see your family. look, it's a compromise.
It is a compromise.
It's a compromise. But at the
Absolutely
end of the day, it's professional basketball. It's not like you're just running out, going.
Oh yeah, facts.
You know your schedule.
Yeah, you
where you're going.
In the NBA, you got to rock, or he's a businessman. You got to like. It is.
No, it's different. Yeah.
Okay, so have this segment. I always ask everybody this, and it's funny because we're coming towards the end of the show. The first one was gonna be Chinese food or a Coney Island hot dog.
Chinese food.
Chinese food.
I love Chinese food.
Which one would you like?
Hogo, hot pot. I like hot pot. It's like clean. It's clean water.
Clean water. Yup.
The big freak.
The Greek freak.
The big freak. The big freak.
So I got him on the pod. We're gonna make our appearance on the pod.
What up? Oh, that's the little one?
Yeah.
What's up, little man? Looking like your pops. Looking like number 2.
Yeah, well, we're trying to bring him to Greece. I know.
I'm coming.
Come through.
I'm coming.
He's coming to Greece, man.
For sure. I gotta have a better time after I took that L. I took that L in Greece. I ain't like Greece.
That's one of my dad. Ciao. Right. I'm telling you, he used to be a bad man. I told him. You saw the documentary? I'm asking now. Ciao. Bye. Sorry, I was just like, because he was like, please let me just talk to him.
Good.
And now, okay, obviously, I'll talk. But you know what? I want to ask you about the documentary too, like because we had a documentary on Amazon, and like, was it hard for you to film a documentary? Just be like,
no,
kind of talk about, what I mean, like.
No, it's not. It wasn't hard. It's, I look at it like this: you get to give people insight on information that they're not privy to. So when they get the information, then they can make a better decision. They can have a better understanding because people understand only what they understand, right? Until they understand something different. And then once you teach them and you tell them, they be like, oh, okay, now I get it. So that's what the documentary kind of, what it did. It gave people a chance to be able to know what went on in China, what went on in America. They, little stuff. It's like 90%. All of it is 90% true. It's all good. Some stuff is just nonsense. But most of the when I say nonsense, I mean like just BS talking. Like
just talking
just cracking up. Like just cracking. But all the other stuff is real. It's like a real storyline.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have a real storyline for people to see so that when they watch it, your brother, he says what he says. I seen the documentary. It was real.
Real.
It was real. You know what I'm saying? So it was that.
I don't know how to explain this, but like I said before, not trend center. Just feel like you have your own lane. You have your own like. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to the left, man, and create something. If y'all rock with it, y'all can follow.
I put it down like this as we end it. When I left the NBA and made the decision to go play basketball in China, I really left. I was like, I'm out. I'm going to try something different. There's no coming back. And when I left and I went, I didn't know I was going to stay there, right? And this is before we won the championships because I played 2 years before we won the championship. Yeah. So it wasn't like I won the championship, then I was like, I'm not going nowhere. So when I went there, and I had some issues when I first went, nothing bad, just the team went another direction. I was there 3 weeks before the season was about to start. They was like, oh, we got a budget. The budget got bigger. The money was supposed to be for me. He was like, oh, we want to get 3 more players instead of giving you all of the money. But somebody copped that. But at the same time, it was if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be able to be here talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like that. So I had my share of, challenges and roadblocks, but my second year, that's when I was able to establish myself, like from playing a full year in China And then my third year, when I decided to go to Beijing and we won the championship, I was like, this is it. I'm like, this is it. This is where I want to build my second part of my basketball career, my life, and, build business-wise. China makes everything for everyone.
Everything for everyone.
They make everything for everyone. So being in the space now with all of the access that I have, with the credentials that I have, with being basically on a whitelist in China to do anything, it's the best.
It's crazy. Shaq says sometimes he calls it G4. What is it called? G14 classification, something like that. You definitely got one of those. Like you got classification for sure.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but talking about documentaries as well. Like this is gonna sound funny, but like, do you have any movie that always makes you cry? Like you watch a movie like this movie makes me cry.
Yeah, I do. Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Yeah, it's Denzel Washington. He was a boxer, and they put him in jail. And he said, "Hate put me in here, but love gonna bust me out." And love is God.
Love is God.
Love is God. And God is love.
And it's I don't say always like I'm religious and I'm like, but I'm a product of it. My family's a product of the way we.
Oh, I know your family believes God.
You
don't gotta.
It doesn't happen any other way.
It's okay. Just
100%.
be good. Just like my mother said, just be a good person. You be a good person. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You doing godly things. So you walking in this grace. You guys are displaying walking in this grace.
Amen. Mm-hmm. I do have before we end the show, I do have like how can I say bucks in 6 in Mandarin?
And what?
Bucks in 6.
Bucks in 6. Lil is 6.
Lil is 6.
So
bucks
in 6. Buck Lil. We say Buck Lil.
Buck Lil. Okay. You're the first.
Buck Lil.
Thank you guys so much. Please follow him. He socials everything. Go show support. Get the brand. Get everything. You guys are gonna see the clip of the glasses as well. So dope. You know what? Before I even had bro, how did you make these glasses?
Well, my partner's out there. He is a doctor, a scientist. It's crystal. This is all crystal filling inside of his glasses, inside the lens.
Put them on. I need them. Can we buy them? What can we buy?
You can buy them. Camelo.com.
Camelo.com.
CHAMELO.com.
Trust me. Thank you. Unfortunately, we come to the end of the show. You guys have been amazing. Like, subscribe, share, comment. This podcast is about to be fire. I'll guarantee you from the beginning to the end. Man, you guys make it happen. You guys make it happen. Hey, his band has been amazing. He's been amazing. Go follow him on the social. Show him some love when this comes out. Follow him on the social and just follow him in his journey and support.
Mad love.
Thank you guys. Thanalysis.
Oh my God! Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to the episode. Hope you guys loved it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the show. Let's grow our subscribers up. Let's get it. Our views up. And now it's time. It's time to announce the winner. Right? It's time.
It is time to announce the winner after you went rogue and decided to go into your personal collection to help with our X followers, Twitter followers.
Twitter X. Now, I was hoping like, okay, not a lot of people are going to see it, but it was crazy. Thousands and plus, like people just saw it, retweeted, like loved it. So it was, it made it tough, but the winners are here. But we I think how the production like kind of went through a lot of stories and we kind of picked, I want to say what?
First of all, what do you mean you didn't know how many people were going to respond?
No,
you posted a tweet that legitimately broke my phone. I didn't know you were posting this. And Sunday, I think it was in the middle of the Packers football game, you posted a tweet and it was just like, want to spread some good vibes. It was great. I'm going to give away an autographed jersey from Giannis. You didn't think that was going to break the internet? My phone said the little chirp 100 times in a row. It overheated, and it was just sitting on the table.
So I'll tell you what happened. I think for me is that about like going to following the show and people like really engaging. Like I've and we'll talk about it too, like in another pod or episode, like just me tweeting. I haven't tweeted. Like I don't.
He's back.
Yeah, no, I'm not back, but I don't really tweet like that. And, I just go through so many videos, and sometimes I'll see like a lot of negative stuff when you see like videos of going viral, and not about me, but in general about the world. I'm like, nah, I gotta change the vibe, I gotta change the energy, So I wanted to really make somebody's day, So
do we have it here?
Yes, Cornelius. Can you guys give a round of applause, my man Cornelius, man, bringing in the jersey, man. Appreciate you, Go. Thank you.
From the personal collection.
Hey, listen, no, you don't understand.
That's beautiful.
And this is with the tag on, eh? For whoever wins it, hey, if you want to resell, you want to keep it, I appreciate the hustle. That's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I know now we're playing basketball and stuff like that, but, just being young, I knew what it meant to be able to, to help my family, and hopefully this can make somebody's day and really bring value to him. So this is it. All-Star jersey, signed, and you won't see a lot of them. It's literally numbered. Like it's shoot.
There's not many of those.
Not many of those.
You know how few are out there is when you announced this, I got messages via email, messaging apps, and text from people I work with that said, "Do you think I could get?" Enter the contest.
Enter the contest.
One, you're probably not eligible, but enter the contest.
I had friends be like, "Oh man, oh my God, the jersey's amazing." I'm like, nah, this is for somebody who like really needs it, and somebody who's gonna somebody who's lucky and is gonna win it. So
you had people send in their favorite basketball memory.
Yeah.
And you were vague with it. It wasn't NBA. It wasn't Bucks. It wasn't finals. It was basketball memory. Mm-hmm. Thousands of replies. Yes. We had our production team and some of the folks over on the marketing team at Good Karma Brands. Thank you all for the help. We combed through all of them. If you sent us a response, it was read by one of our teammates.
It was read, which is crazy because it was over 1,000 plus replies.
They're all great.
Okay, so let's read them.
But I got the top 10 here.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we have 10 finalists. I'm going to read them to you, show them to you. We got them printed out.
Okay.
We'll fold it. We're going to throw them in that Carbliss bucket over there.
Okay.
You'll drop them in. We're going to shake them up real good. You're going to pick out a winner right on video.
Okay.
It's a complete behind-the-scenes look for everyone. So the first one we're going to start, this one comes from Caleb. They sent in 2 memories. This one says, Game 6, 2021 NBA Finals. Okay. Giannis 50 ball with the closer. And then second is getting to take my wife and son to their first ever Bucks game in Houston. And sent a picture of the fam on the road watching Giannis shoot some free throws. I thought that one was pretty cool.
Shout out to Caleb, man.
Caleb, one of our 10 finalists.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just crush it and just put it in.
Well, however you want to do it. Yep. All right.
Put it in, then I gotta pick, right?
Yep. We'll pick at the end. This one coming from TZ. TZ tweeted in and said, "My son told you he bought a hoodie from the Antetokounmpo store, and you told him. Do you remember what you told?
I told him." He bought a hoodie? Wait, say it again.
He bought a hoodie from the store.
Yes.
Kid came up to you with the hoodie and said, "I bought a hoodie from your store," and you told him something that he said he will never forget. You said, "You're one of the brothers now."
You're one of the brothers now.
Yep.
You're one of the brothers. Oh, I get goosebumps. That's crazy.
And then you signed a hat for him as well. So here's a picture of that interaction coming in from TZ.
Wow, that's tough. I do remember that now. Like, I get goosebumps. Because we built the brand and everything is.
Oh, I love when I see you.
Nice.
You're out and about. You see people wearing the AB brand. Like, it's great.
Okay. All right. Put you in the competition. I'm not throwing it away. I'm putting you in.
This is your official entry. Is the ball going in? It's like the ping pong balls in the NBA lottery. This one, some of them are emotional. This one coming in from Dave at Dave or DSocks on Twitter X. When my father became a widower in 2021, we didn't make it to any playoffs games that year until the last one, Game 6 of the finals. Our fam has been season ticket holders for the Bucks for more than 20 years. I ended up capturing this picture after the Bucks won, and I'll always remember it as family first. I forced my dad to go to the game with me, and he will cherish seeing that game forever. I also love the memory of how Giannis left the floor before the presentation to call you. Legendary basketball memory with a bunch of mini stories highlighting family first values.
Family first, man. Family first. All right, Dave. In the contest. Cool. Damn, it's taking longer than I expected.
Well, that one is. We got a couple quick ones coming up.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is from our guy Dan. Dan became a GIF during the Game 6 of the 2021 finals. Yep. So, and we actually used him in a thumbnail on one of the YouTubes.
Playoff mode. Let's go. All right, Dan.
There you go. This one's from Beer Barrel. He says, several years ago, my daughter was reaching out for a high five from Brooke Lopez, and Robin passed by and accidentally smacked her in the face with his towel. Every time I think of that, it brings a smile to my face.
That's something. I mean, that is something that, that is Rob, and that's accidentally. He probably threw the towel.
Threw the towel. Yeah, exactly.
Threw the towel. Yeah, he didn't.
But is there a more Lopez brothers interaction than that?
Every time I think about it, it brings me a smile. Like I love it, man.
Love that.
I love it. All right. You're in the contest.
Couple more to go here. This one coming from Tiffany. My grandma taking me and my mom to catch a game at the Bradley Center. Sitting so high we thought we were going to fall, watching players that look like ants eating Dippin' Dots, ice cream of the future, until we got tummy aches. I was born to be a Bucks fan.
I was born to be a Bucks fan.
If you can pull it back to the Bradley Center, you're legit. You're legit.
You're in the contest. What?
Oh, this one's a good one too. All of them were good, just for the record. This one coming from Marge. Marge says, remembering coming to Milwaukee to watch both you and your brother play. It was a girls' trip with 3 of my besties. We then saw you at Greek night after the game when you guys came back out to talk to the Greek fans on Greek night. You're both amazing people.
That's crazy. That's my first start. You know that, right?
With Greek night? I do remember that.
Yeah, that was my first start. We played against Denver, and me and Giannis started. My first start in the NBA.
Was Greek night? That's awesome.
Being a starter. Thank you. Clip that. Thank you.
Second is watching you play for Team Greece. An absolute joy.
Oh, man. Thank you. Marge?
Yeah.
All right.
Crinkle it up.
So many.
We got 3 more. Three more.
No,
all right.
Okay.
One of my favorite basketball moments is coming from Steven Rickman on Twitter X. Was obviously watching the finals, but I always think back to the night I met you. Such an awesome night. Much love, TA. And this is an autograph signing you did with 2 very young Bucks fans who will not forget that interaction.
Thank you, Steven. Thank you, man. In the contest. Huh?
This one coming in from Amanda. I know I specifically picked this one out because it helps.
You did?
Yeah, this one, it's about growing the game, different people getting into basketball. And Amanda said her favorite basketball memory is me and my daughter watching Caitlin Clark play and her then really getting into basketball. So, young kid being inspired by Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
I thought that one was pretty cool.
In the competition. Come on. You're in the contest.
And then the final entry into the contest, this one coming from Meb. In high school, volunteered to coach my brother's 8th grade basketball team. Very first tournament of the season, champions. Just 1 week of practice together, but the underdogs did it. The rest of the season, they were just okay, but they can't take away that trophy. Volunteer to coach 8th grade basketball is their favorite basketball memory.
Congratulations, man. You're in the contest. Come on.
That's all. They're all good, right?
Yeah, they're all good. So whoever wins, I'm happy with that.
All right, shake it up.
Oh, you shake it.
You want me to shake it up? All right.
Yeah.
Let's make sure to mix them all real good. No funny business with the ping pong balls, nothing like that.
No, there ain't no.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Hold the jersey up one more time so people can see. Also, follow along at Thanalysis Show. Follow TA on Twitter as well. We're going to be doing more things, like maybe not from the personal collection, but we'll be
maybe
doing,
not from the personal collection, but this is.
We'll be doing a lot more like this.
I need to bring good vibes, spread the joy.
All right.
All right.
Our magical bucket here. His eyes are closed. I can confirm. Oh, one fell out.
Sorry. And this is it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Open it up. Who's bringing home the autographed Giannis All-Star Game jersey?
Bro, I'm getting like goosebumps, bro.
Which one is it?
My son told you he bought a hoodie from Antetokounmpo, and you told him you're one of the brothers now.
Love it.
Crazy.
Well, it's only right that one of the honorary brothers has the autographed jersey.
One of the brothers won.
Can I see that one?
And sign his hat with a special phrase. He was smiling from ear to ear. Thank you, Thanasis, for this moment.
Love that.
Wow. There you go.
Hold that one up.
It's wrinkly. It's
it's all right. We have the handle. We'll find it. We'll get in contact with the winner.
Yeah,
and get the jersey to him.
We'll get you the jersey, and thank you for like being supported. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for listening, and man,
You legit have goosebumps.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
I love
do,
that. Here,
because-
I'll take that. I'll take the winner. And
Yeah.
thanks everyone. All the responses, like we said, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Another Thanalysis show. Thank you guys so much. Please follow the show's Instagram, Twitter, X, YouTube. Support the channel. Let us know what you think. Good, bad, any comment, any review is great. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys. On to the next one.
Thanalysis is recorded at No Studios, Milwaukee's creative hub and production studio.